Hello, once again, I'm brschultz. Thank you for joining me. It is January 13th, around lunchtime, and this is the update for January 13th. So essentially, markets are lower today into the predicted January 14th low. So everything going to prediction so far. And this has really been phenomenal by the model to be able to hit so many calls since November for these swing trades. So it's only getting better from what I can tell. So I want to give you an update on the 5-minute model for both the January 14th low and January 21st peak. Thank you for joining me for another brschultzSP500 episode. If you sincerely enjoy my work and want to donate, feel free to use the PayPal link down below this video in the YouTube channel, or you can scan these QR codes. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so we're still seeing the bottom come in roughly on January 14th. Now, could it be early morning January 15th? It certainly could, because the CPI reading, I believe, is on January 15th, like 8:30 or whatever. So that could definitely be the bottom, and we could have a huge reversal day, right? It could start down negative 50 points or something huge after CPI is reported, and then it could rocket. But we're getting very close to the bottom, I guess, is what the point of this is. Those of you who have followed me, I've been saying January 14th for maybe a week and a half now for the final bottom date, and sure enough, that seems to be occurring. So I believe that we're bottoming out here, so to speak, on January 13th, because it's within the plus or minus 1 business day of January 14th. So very close to the bottom, I believe. And then we're going to see markets rise into their peak on roughly January 21st. So let's look at that. So now that the gold wave is getting more data, point number 4 has formed. And I always want to see the last point really crisp off that black line, that black trend line I drew. So you can kind of see how that gold wave around mid-December went above point number 3's trend line. So it didn't have that 4th point yet. But once we get enough data averaging in now, I think point number 4 has formed, and that's a very crisp touch point on the very edge of the gold wave there. So I believe that is a beautiful setup. So that gives us roughly January 21st. And you have to add a day because of Martin Luther King Day, which is a market holiday. So it will be roughly January 21st, January 22nd for the high of the peak of the market, I believe. And then, as you know from previous videos, then we cool off into roughly January 24th or maybe 27th now that there's a holiday. And then up from there into February 3rd, roughly. Obviously, I'll keep making videos. I want to keep producing content, maybe until I reach, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 subscribers on YouTube if I would be so fortunate, and maybe then start making less videos or less content. I'm not sure. It's just I realize I gotta get a lot of content out there and get people familiar with my work, obviously with my style, with my unique timing method, and then also you're seeing from the green wave here, you're seeing a nice touch point on number 1, and it goes through point number 2. You can use it, kind of goes like through the fat part of the worm, so to speak. If you've ever fished bobber fishing with for bluegill or bass with a worm on a hook, you're sticking the hook through the fat piece of the worm, so to speak. So that's point number 2. And then point number 3 just needs to touch the very edge again. So the first point and last point need to touch the very outer edge of the timing wave. And every point in between can just be through the fat point or through the inside, inner corner, or outer corner. It doesn't really matter as long as it's touching it. So this is predicting that there will be a peak in the markets again with the green wave into around that January 21st, 22nd time frame. So again, if you like my work, please feel free to donate. If you've maybe made some money, a good sized portion of money, maybe you'll consider donating into the January 14th bottom. And then I will probably looking to buy calls. Maybe for expiration of January 24th, and then my hope would be that then I could exit my calls on the markets around the 21st or 22nd when markets peak or at their high. Again, I'm not a financial professional in any way, shape, or form. Please do not construe any of my verbiage to be trading advice, because I, again, am not licensed in any way, shape, or form. So please speak with a licensed professional prior to trading. Caveat emptor. Please read my disclaimers as well prior to speaking with a financial professional for trading advice from them. Thank you so much for watching my work. And again, so looking for a bottom very soon here on January 14th, plus or minus a day, and then I'll peak in markets around January 21st or 22nd for my midterm, mid-range MJ stock market timing model. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for your time. And please, if you love my work, please share it with others. It would mean a lot to me. It'll help build up my base a lot quicker. I'm sure the algos for smaller videos don't really do much for the little guy, so it would mean a lot to me if you would share my work with friends, family, or anyone else that enjoys trading or on your trading platforms that you may enjoy. So I appreciate the thought. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye. And again, this model was also picking right around the March 21st, 24th bottom for markets for the major low with a zigzag, a 1, 2, 3 touch point, brschultzSP500 systematic way of timing markets with a zigzag. And then this is the macro peak for December of 2027. So in a nutshell, in under 10 minutes, maybe near 5 actually, you've got the complete rundown from the macro to the micro to the micro to the macro. All right, race fans, I'll catch you later. Bye. So hopefully you've enjoyed my show today. Warning, this is all forecast use only. Come here. You want to read this for me? What does that say? Forecast.
Forecast.
Use
only.
Only. Right. And what's this say?
Warning.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I am not
a licensed investment professional. That's Latin. So say caveat emptor. Seek professional advice prior to investing. Bears risk
of
financial
loss.
Very good. And so basically this is saying if you ever try to invest in stocks or anything else, you could lose money. Warning, warning, warning. And all my graphs are subject to change. And not all the results are not always the same. Yeah. Thank you for reading for me.
You're welcome.
And that's it for today. I'm BR Schultz. Until next time, take care.